baby. Woohoo! We are back, the CyberKnights. Welcome, everybody.
Hey, how's it going out there on the interwebs?
Okay, very cool. Looks like we got some chat going. Heather's there. Epic Sack Man. Very cool. Hello, guys. Woohoo! So we got, you know what? Let us. Oh wait, you know what? Hang on a second. We got. Do we have audio here? We had audio there. Desktop audio. Yeah. Are you talking, guys? Can I hear you guys?
No, we were just letting you speak
Oh
because
my
you
goodness.
do a whole lot of talking for all of us, which is great. No, because it lets me focus on other things like DM shit. So anyway, welcome to episode 5 of Cyber Nights. How are y'all doing today? And I am Dave, or DM Dave, as many call me, or just hey fuckhead. I get that a lot too. Yeah, and I am your host of this episode and every episode of Cyber Nights, brought to you by Sputter Media. And let me go ahead and pass the torch back over to my partner, Mark, who is our tech guru for this. Speaking of which, all I'm seeing is the bottom half of our landing page right now.
All you're seeing is the bottom part of our landing page. What do you mean?
Yeah, big black screen behind our heads right now on the.
Oh my goodness gracious! What is?
Yeah, I'm seeing that too.
Why is that? Somebody must have been moving something here.
No, I am on a completely different page,
Yeah,
so
there
I
we
didn't
go.
touch it. I didn't touch it.
That's the no.
I can't.
I'm conveniently blaming
I
you, so leave me alone.
I remain blameless, my
Yes.
friend, on this one.
There we go. We're all fixed. So
Excellent. So, speaking of our tech guru who fixes things like this, we have Mark playing Mr. Nobody, the Fixer. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yes, Mark Miller. I am. I've been playing D&D for 7 years. Been a DM for over 5 years, and been a cyberpunk for about 5 months now, and happy to be able to fulfill all of my edgelord dreams, and just ready to raise some ruckus and flirt with all the girls and have fun.
Fantastic. Speaking of the girls, let's go ahead and skip them and go to Tyrus, who missed a couple of episodes. So welcome back, Tyrus. Go ahead and tell them who you are, where they can find you, and who you're playing.
Hey there, everybody. I'm Tyrus. You can find me on Twitter at Sarcastic Tyrus. I am a voice actor, improviser for fun, all-around sarcastic asshole, and I play the Nomad Caltrop.
And welcome back. We missed you, buddy.
Yep, happy to be here.
Oh, glad you're back.
But shout out
Absolutely.
to Nagatsu Seikon for stepping in and doing with his character Legion. He did an absolutely wonderful job. Thank you so much for that, buddy. And
Yes, it was fun, and for
yeah, go ahead.
For Lisa's sake, he better be back soon.
Yes.
All right, excellent. And then speaking of, let's go and talk to Lovelace. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Emily. Tell them where they can find you and who you're playing.
Hey everyone, like he said, I'm Emily. You can find me on Instagram at Kittenman66 for so far just Futurama crossovers and pictures of my garden. And I'm playing the team's netrunner, Lovelace, who might be making some career changes soon.
All right. And then we come over to Butterfly, our resident medtech, played by Sola. Sola, go ahead and tell them who you are and where they can find you.
Hi, I'm Sola, and I like to have a good time, and sorry, I don't know why every time. I can be found on Discord as Sola, and I can be found on Instagram as Sola Green, where you can enjoy some of my random doodles and food posts. And I do play Butterfly, the medtech, who is still not in the mind frame of a crew, but she'll get there. She'll get there.
It's okay.
And normally this is where I would be passing the mic over to Joe, who plays Yamspurts, but he's running a little behind because of a work conflict. So he's going to catch up to us in a few. It's so unfortunate because I just love his introductions and the advertisements that he comes up with. And we actually
He's
have
a little
something
behind.
special.
You don't have to shame him because he doesn't have that much junk in the trunk. You know.
Oh man, yeah. He needs them. What is those Hank Hill butt implants that episode where he had to get the implants?
Well,
That
they
was a
have
fun
the
one.
cyber implants, don't they, for that?
Yeah. I mean, body sculpting can do a lot. This is utopia when it comes to making yourself look however the fuck you want.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah, Mr. Six Pack.
That's right.
So when Yamspurts is able to join us, that will be wonderful. But until then, let's go ahead and get into a little bit of a recap. Let's catch Caltrop up on what he missed. And I'm going to go ahead and pick on Mr. Nobody this time to do our recap, since I know I hit up Lovelace last week.
You know, it's I got to admit I'm cheating because I have Lovelace's wonderful recap right here in front of me. So I'm basically going to be reading most of it, but it'll be my reference. But yeah, we had just finished defeating Shank, and we watched as the police came and took away, Legion character who was a cop, brought this special cage that could hold him, and Mr. Nobody made sure that Shank would remember who he was by getting in his face and whispering sweet nothings at him, and then we had I did a few interviews with everybody, and then Lovelace wanted to get back in and finish her she wanted to finish her net running, and which was probably not the greatest idea because she ended up getting very seriously injured, and I called over. Butterfly was there kind of looking after me, and then I said look after Lovelace because she's hurting, and then Yamspurts was trying to impose himself there, trying to just basically lord it over everyone and get us to get out of the way so his associate Frizz could get into the net arc and see what was going on. Thank goodness he did talk us out of it, because Frizz was able to find some very important information out about, Lovelace did discover that there was some data stolen.
That is correct.
But Frizz found out some more details that made it, a little more valuable in terms of, what, a little bit more about what Weasel was actually trying to do, and he was able to download packets and get it to his to somebody else. We still haven't found out who he was sending it to, though.
That is correct.
And then Yam was talked to Rampant Threshold about their stuff being stolen, and so there may be a bit of a bounty there if we can get the data back. We'll see. And of course, Mr. Nobody was making connections with Yam and trying to get discounts on that purple nurple stuff, and without getting poisoned. And everybody, we haven't really gone through all the motions, but I did make sure that everybody got their payout. And Lovelace is going to go. I think we all have to go to the police station to kind of complete that, and we're going to probably have a chance to talk to Weasel too while we're there. See if we can get more information. And of course, Caltrop was essential towards staying in one place the whole session and making sure Weasel didn't go anywhere. So thank you for that, Caltrop.
Well, I got
I
called
mean-
an essential worker in 2023.
Yeah, it's definitely was something that was really important, making sure that the paycheck didn't disappear.
For sure.
So 100%, and that's a pretty decent recap. And we had pretty much just gone over to Ories, which is where we left off, with you guys kind of divvying out your various cuts and whatnot. So let's go ahead and here we are in Night City after everybody got their cut and returns to their various places of hangout. So that means Caltrop, you're all the way down here over at the Aldecaldo camp, which I have not specifically marked on the map yet, but that's where the Aldecaldos are, down there in the lower right-hand corner, the southeast corner of right outside the reclaimed perimeter. And Butterfly, you are in your clinic, your meatball clinic, surrounded by the booster gangers that protect you in Old Japantown. Yam Spurts is doing whatever he's doing in South Night City. We have Mr. Nobody, who's in the University District. And that should put Lovelace. You are actually where do you operate again? I don't think we ever
North Little
specifically
Europe.
established. Northern Little Europe, thank you.
Yeah,
Northern
near the
Little
bay.
Europe. Cool. So that's everybody, and this is where you guys got your daily grind to deal with. You've got everybody's gotten paid out from the last job. You already we theater of minded the recovery of the chit. You guys mentioned wanting to go back to possibly speak to Weasel, but as far as just getting paid out for the bounty, we've already taken care of that. And now might be the time where some of you guys may be wanting to take a moment to rest and heal, or possibly maybe order some new goodies with your new eddies, or maybe try and make some more eddies in your primary jobs, or maybe go to therapy. This is your time to figure out. We got a little bit of a downtime here at the beginning to figure out what you guys are doing, but this is between edge running gigs, right? What happens in those days between? Rent is going to be due, by the way, at the end of this week.
Okay. Well, I pay. How much is my rent?
Well, what are you living in again? That's what we gotta.
Basically, one of those box hotels.
The Cube Hotel is should be, if I'm not mistaken, 500 eddies. But give me a second. I'm gonna double check. So yeah, Cube Hotel is 500 eddies per month to have a Cube Hotel room.
Okay.
So
I subtract
and then, yep, you're gonna need to subtract that, and you're also gonna need to subtract your expenses for food for the month. Are you subsisting on kibble, generic prepack, good prepack, or fresh food? For those who are new to Cyberpunk, we'll go ahead and explain all of this. So the economy in Night City is very, very different from what you know and understand today. Produce is rare. Actually having real food, no. Most of it is synthetic or literally, the assholes and cow lips ground into paste and turned into kibble. So kibble, if you are living on kibble every month, you eat horrible food that you might not buy for a dog that you've liked. Once a month, you can see a movie or a brain dance. That costs 100 eddies a month. Generic prepack. You eat food which tastes much better than kibble by comparison. Each weekend, you can afford to go out to a good bar and party, or have a sit-down meal at a good restaurant. That's 300 eddies a month. Then you have good prepack. Your food is the same quality as most restaurants, and while still artificial, it tastes almost exactly the same as real food. You frequent excellent bars and restaurants when you go out. Once a month, you can see a live concert or sporting event. That costs 600 eddies a month. And if you want fresh food, you eat real food once per month. You eat real food once per month. If you are tired and too far from home, you can get a nearby hotel room and not worry about your budget. You frequent an executive bar once a month. You can eat at a world-class restaurant. That is 1,500 eddies a month.
Yes,
So you guys
I'm
need to be
generic.
figuring out.
I'm
Yep.
generic pre-pack, and
All right. So
I often mooch off of Ori because that's why one of the reasons why I have my office there is because he's usually cool and lets me slide on an occasional burger.
yeah, you could probably get a burger or a drink out of Ori's doing business there, and every once in a while for sure.
But other
So
than that,
you,
it's freeze-dried burritos. Other than that,
yeah, your monthly expense currently at your current state of living is 800 eddies a month. So make sure that you have that. Yeah, so go ahead and pay. Yep, you guys are all paying rent this week. So let's go down that line, Sola. Rent is due. Where are you living and how well are you living?
How much was the most expensive one again?
So the most expensive food was 1,500 eddies a month to get fresh food.
Food was Butterfly pays 300 a month for food.
So the generic pre-pack.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Right. And then where are you living? Are you also living in a cube hotel for 500 eddies, or are you springing for a cargo container for 1,000 eddies a month? By the way, if you want to buy your cargo container and actually own your own place, 15,000 eddies, no monthly rent after that.
All right. I think at this moment, then she's living in a cargo. So 1,000 eddies.
So your total monthly is 13 eddies. Go ahead and deduct that, and you are set for the next 4 weeks. All right. Lovelace, how about you? How are you living it up in Night City this month?
I will be joining the generic pre-pack train, and we'll be, in the Cube Hotel. So 800
All right.
eddies total.
Hey, when you have
Go
good
ahead.
taste, you have to, just admit it. Yeah?
And we'll figure out what Yamspurts is doing. Same thing though for by the way, Cube Hotels, if you are staying out in the Aldecaldo camp, you actually you do not have to pay rent out there being part of the Aldecaldos, but you are living in basically tents and reclaimed pop-up buildings and those kinds of things. But the good news is you do not suffer the penalties of living on the street. And that's kind of one of the things I want to tell everybody. There are penalties for not paying rent for those who are new to Cyberpunk. Again, living on the street every night, unless you make a successful DV15 endurance check, sleeping on the street will leave you fatigued the next day. You have a -2 to everything you attempt while fatigued. Also, sleeping on the street is asking for trouble. You have no security, heating, or electricity. You can't realistically have more things than you could carry at any given time. You wouldn't be doing this if you owned a car. And that's the other option that you would have, Caltrop, is living on the street in a vehicle. Living on the street in a vehicle is asking for trouble, but at least the vehicle gives you some enclosure, especially if you've got bulletproof glass. But you still actually have to make the DV15 endurance check or become fatigued even when you're sleeping in your car. Well, you don't have to do that as an Aldecaldo, but you're never going to be doing better unless you go ahead and spend money on your own place.
Yeah.
So that does mean you have a little bit extra money for better food if you wanted to spend it in that direction. Or do you want to grab your own place? Do you want to be paying rent in a Cube Hotel or a cargo container? You don't need to. But if you ever wanted to, then get upscaled from just living in basically basically living like a bivouac, damn near, for those who are former military.
Well,
Right? You're
when he came to visit me, Caltrop was just jealous, so jealous of my 6x6 box.
Mhm.
That, I'm sure that that's the first thing that he wanted.
The Cube Hotel is little better than a prison cell. You just have like slightly better amenities, and you are able to get out and go use the bathroom on your own without permission. That's about Cube Hotel living style. All right. So, but yeah, what are you doing in the way of spending on your monthly expenses here, Caltrop?
Probably just making sure my car's tuned up.
No. I mean, like you gotta you gotta make sure you're eating this month. You don't have to pay. Yeah, you don't have to pay rent living with the Aldecaldos, but you still got to make sure you're eating this month. And
All right,
so you have the options of kibble, generic prepack, good prepack, or fresh food.
I'll just do generic prepack.
All right, so 300 eddies and no rent for Caltrop. And I also know there is no rent for Yam because he has an executive.
Lab,
right? No, he has an executive apartment. They being an exec has perks, and his company pays for an apartment. His company also pays for. It doesn't pay for food. He still has to figure out that bit when he gets back. But I don't have to worry about rent, and we'll see how much he's spending if he's going to be making the good eddies or spending the good eddies on food. But anyway, that brings us back around to, what are you guys doing? And you said you're working on your car, Caltrop, so let's start there.
Yeah, okay.
So give me a land vehicle tech roll, and what are you trying to do to your car right now? Is there anything specific, or are you just like keeping it fresh, keeping it tuned, or are
Right
you
now, just
specifically trying to
right now,
upgrade
just keeping
anything?
it tuned up. Not trying to upgrade it yet. Just trying to make sure it's like
Okay.
well tuned and all that.
All right, give me a land vehicle tech roll then.
All right, give me a sec. Oh, that's weird. Okay, I think that fixed it. Let's try rolling now.
I'm gonna zoom in and just really get
there
up
we
close on Caltrop here. Let's let's get a real pretty picture of his image here while he's rolling. And I'm doing this just because Heather gave me a shout out for how good I am at making tokens. Yes, I did make all of the tokens for these for this game. And so that is a 16 land vehicle tech. Yeah, it's a decent tune-up. You're pretty certain you're not going to have any mechanical issues coming down the line. You make sure that if there was any damage done when you went through the combat zone, that's repaired. So go, and I know that did kind of happen, right? Or no, that might have been a different. I'm thinking of something else. But anyway, you do have. Do you have all of its stopping power? Does it? I'll have all its armor. Is it completely repaired right now?
It should be.
Okay.
I
Let me
don't
just
think
double check.
I don't think it took any damage.
Oh yeah, it's looking at all of its stopping power. It's got all of its SDP, which is essentially a vehicle's HP. Yeah, cool. Looks good. Alrighty. So while Caltrop is working on his car, let's find out what Butterfly is doing to make money this week. Zooming out. And here we come into old Japantown up on Butterfly. What are you doing this week?
I imagine she's doing what she does most weeks, just doing her job, fixing up people. But yeah, so she's just taking care of people that come in.
All right.
Going up.
According to your life path, where do you source your clients? You
Trauma team.
specifically,
My trauma
you work
team.
for Trauma Team, right?
Yeah.
You work for Trauma Team. So you and your Trauma Team crew, they get called out on a job. This is actually a fly-in job to the executive zone.
Oh.
And when you get there, there is a older looking Indian man who is bleeding out. And this is the target. This is the subject. This is what Trauma Team got called in for. This is an executive motherfucker with Trauma Team Premium, and he is dying. What do you do?
Assess what the damage is and react accordingly.
All right, give me a paramedics check to assess the damage and react accordingly.
Oh.
Well, that is no. Here's what's awesome, because this is how high her paramedic skill is. She critically fails. She gets a -1 and then rolls a 1 on the crit fail. So take 10 IP for that shit. But you still got a 15, which means you are still able to accurately assess what is wrong with this dude. He has a slit throat. It looks like
gosh.
somebody slit his throat in his sleep, broke in and slit his throat in his sleep. But his auto alert for Trauma Team got called.
Oh dear. Yeah, she'll. Well, she knows how to proceed. Then that's a very easy.
Yep. And you are able to give me, and I'll leave that 15 is still even good enough to stabilize him. And that's the thing, is even though you literally almost did your absolute worst, not quite. Like if you would have rolled a 10, it looks like your absolute worst would have been a 6 is the absolute worst you can roll if you get a critical failure plus -10.
Oh
So
god.
that was still a really impressive. That was the most impressive critical failure ever.
So as she's got this guy's throat open in front of her, she gets a call on her agent from Mr. Nobody saying, "Hi, how are you? Everything okay?"
Are you paying any attention to this message while you were working?
I think actually, yeah, rolling, since it was technically a critical failure. I'll say she'll hear it go off and she'll like frustratedly like pull it out just to like not even look at it. She just swipes it onto like a silent mode and she's like, "I thought I turned this off," and she just.
New phone, who dis?
And then she'll immediately get to work.
So I need you to give me another paramedics check to actually do the patchwork, and you stabilized him, but right now he is in no position to speak or tell you anything about what happened or yada yada yada. He can't do shit until you fix his throat. And that is a 25. Good job. I'm 25, and that wasn't a crit success. Jesus Christ, your paramedic skill is high. But yes, you now not only stabilize him, you're able to get a fast heal on him, and the nanobots and drugs start repairing the throat and bringing him back to closer to the land of the living, and he starts waking up.
Can you hear me? She's gonna just kind of like gently snap her fingers.
He give me a second.
By the way, the chat is cheering you on for putting me straight to message.
Oh dear.
I'm just going to move you over here to the executive zone and put this guy out because I'm going to have roles from his token. So let me be able to access them earlier. Okay, or easier. So this man, Ashish Patel, executive with slit throat. You try and snap his fingers. He's going to make a concentration check to see if how well he is. That's a 15. He's coming around, and it seems like he definitely is a little out of it from severe blood loss. But your drugs and other trauma team members are setting up intravenous drip, getting him fluids flushed. He's being, his cyberware is being rebooted by a cyber tech expert on the trauma team, and you're just kind of there talking him through it now.
If you can hear me, just take a moment, take some breaths. I'm Butterfly. I'm here with my trauma team. I'm not sure how much you know what's going on, but we found you here with a slit throat, and we got you stabilized, and you're going to be fine.
Thank you so very much. I don't know how to repay you. I mean, well, of course, this is a service I pay for, but still, your timing and your skills are exemplary.
Don't worry about that just now. Just focus on gathering yourself.
Was there any evidence left behind about who might have done this? He has no memory. Literally, this happened to him in his sleep, so he woke up with you guys around him.
Butterfly kind of frowns at this, because she's a bit more focused on the healing aspect. But would she have an ideal?
God damn it,
At all?
Jim! I'm a doctor.
So I actually do. You do make money for going on the call. So let me be clear. Part of his fees go to you already.
Right.
So specifically, I actually have that fee in front of me right now. You get
I'm a doctor, not a detective.
You get 500 eddies for a 4-hour treatment. So staying with him for 4 hours, you get 500 eddies. If it's a 1-hour treatment, which this won't be, this is going to take longer than 1 hour, you would only get 100 eddies. But
Okay.
you are getting, it's a 4-hour treatment, so you are getting 500 eddies for this call. So go ahead and add that to your mix. But he asks if, well, does your team have a specialist who might be able to take a look at the video here?
I think we would, being a trauma team.
I would prefer not to alert the authorities to any of
No,
this.
not the. Oh,
You do know somebody who edits break dances.
You don't- you
Sorry, I had something in my throat.
you don't you don't want to alert the authorities if someone slit your throat in the middle of the night.
I don't exactly trust Night City PD.
Butterfly kind of tilts her at this.
You could go ahead and give me a human perception check.
Yeah.
It's not hard to tell that he's probably got some, as a very wealthy executive, and somebody who wanted his throat slit, odds are he's involved in some things, and so. But then again, this is Night City, who isn't involved in some things, right? But
Well,
he is willing to pay you an extra 1,000 eddies to keep the
Oh.
authorities out of this.
That's good, because she was just about to demand an extra 1,000 eddies if he wanted silence on top of care.
Well, he's
so
he's
yeah,
offering it. He's offering it.
So when he offers that, she gives a pleased smile at this, and she'll nod at him. That sounds more than agreeable.
If he wants
Okay.
silence, he definitely does not want Mr. Nobody. Sorry.
So if there's nothing you can do to help him, he will hire his own team to go through the footage. But he assures you, he wants to exchange agent information. He's very impressed with your medical skills and tells you he might have use for you in the future.
I mean, that sounds like quite the deal. If you need any help with anybody injured of the sorts, that's my cue. It is a $500 fee minimum if you call me, though.
That wouldn't be a problem. He assures you. That wouldn't be a problem. Chump change is the attitude you get from him.
Would she's very pleased with this, and she'll just exchange agent information with him.
All right. So after that encounter, you and your team pack up and get back on the hovercopter that you flew in on, and go back to your home for the evening. And Patel goes back to being executive comfy in the executive zone. Bye-bye, Patel. And let's get to Mr. Nobody. How about you? You tried to call Butterfly, got no response. But my question is, there's been a couple of days that have gone by. So if you were doing nothing for 2 days, you would have healed your body back in hit points for each of those days. So you
would
can
have taken
recover.
a full 2 days, not just 1 day.
Actually, looking at you, you need looks like 4 days of doing jack shit without a speed heal.
Okay. Well, I would probably be calling Butterfly for speed heals so that I could not have to sit around for 3 days. So each day I would probably leave a message saying, "Hey, you got the speed heal? Hey, you got the speed heal? Hey, you got a speed heal? Hey, you got a speed heal?"
So, one way to resolve this would be if she picked up on day three, she could deliver a speed heal to you, and for however much she's choosing to charge you, that's on Butterfly, and that would get you full.
Okay,
If
so
on day 3 you got a speed heal.
so that would be 2 full days of doing nothing, and third day I could do something, right?
If you got that speed heal, yes.
So
Message for
The
every
question
day.
is, Butterfly, you get a couple messages from Mr. Nobody, just like asking, "Hey, can you bring me a speed heal?" And the question is, do you want to respond, and do you want to charge him?
I think the first 2 days it was annoying, and then the third day she's kind of livid, like this guy keeps blowing up her agent while she's busy. And the third day she's not technically busy, but she's still aggravated. So she'll shoot a message back that just says, "It's 500 eddies on call." And
now
that's all he gets.
keep in mind that each of my messages come with my patented sad puppy dog eyes emoji.
You get.
So please
All
consider
right.
that.
Okay, let me rephrase the message then. It's 500 eddies for call. Unimpressed look. Emoji.
Unimpressed look emoji.
Oh my god. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do nothing then for the whole day. I'll just sit and pine away in the dark for, what could have been.
Aww.
Aw.
Okay. Well, on day 3, you after 3 days, looking at your body stat, you get 12 hit points back. So that puts you up to 34, missing only 1 hit point.
Okay. All right. So, let me add that in there. Okay. Cool.
All right, and then so Mr. Nobody sat around and did nothing for 3 days because Butterfly left him on red.
At the end of the third day, Mr. Nobody made a bunch of calls to make up for it, and he raised his level to as an operator, as a fixer, up to level 5. Now, does that automatically raise my haggle or no?
So your haggle for let me check. Let's see what when you go up for all right, so at level 5, there we are. You are able to contact major city player. You get a major city player, a city political, or a neighborhood celebrity. Once per month, working with other fixers of your rank, you can set up a night market. While at a night market that you have helped organize, you can always find a place to source up to super luxury items.
Oh,
Haggle,
sorry to interrupt.
if successful, go ahead.
The chat's saying that Mark is quieter than everybody.
Oh, really? Thank you. I appreciate that. Hang on a second.
I thought they were just saying that he wasn't talking much.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go. Hang on a second.
Okay.
Is that better, guys? Does that sound better? I hope so. Because you know what? The sound of my voice is always very important. Yes.
And for haggle, yes. So at rank 5, your haggle, if you make a successful haggle check, you can negotiate the pay per person for a job up 20%.
Okay, wait, but
and
does
then
my
Greece,
haggle go up
yep.
automatically to 5 as well?
Yeah, these are all the things that you get for having the operator rank of 5.
Okay.
And then also you have your Greece ability. You know how to get along perfectly with 2 additional cultures, 3 in total, in your area, as well as gaining a single language which you don't already know associated with each culture at skill level 4. So you can pick up to 3 additional cultures / languages that you just know and have 4 ranks in.
Wow. Okay. Well, first one is going to be medtech culture.
That's not a culture. Nice try.
Amazing.
No, we are talking about the cultural origins from when you created your characters, like North American, South American, African.
I know.
Yeah.
I was being a smartass. I'm sorry. All right.
We know.
Yeah. Well, gosh darn. So right now, cultural origins, I know street slang, Japanese, and Spanish.
Yeah, so you would get to add looks like everybody's got street slang, and then Japanese is your original, and then you pick Spanish as your extra. So that means you have one more. Yeah, so you get one more.
One more. Okay. I'm gonna learn Russian.
Okay, cool. All right, Russian it is. So make sure you add those things in your player notes that you have 4 ranks in all of those languages.
Oh, okay. Well, that would be on my skills, right? Or
well, we don't have a place to add custom skills. They haven't added that to the system yet.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I'm having everybody put up those things in their player notes. But yeah, so you also get a city gang honcho, minor politician. Oh, wait, sorry. You get a major city player, city political, or neighborhood celebrity. I'm going to say your major city player is Ori.
Is he a
Just-
major city player though?
Yes.
Is he?
Yes. He is the fixer for Pacifica.
Okay.
He is the most gone to fixer in Pacifica. He works a lot with the Voodoo Boys in particular.
Okay. I should have learned Haitian Creole.
You can change that if you want. You're still if you
Actually,
want to.
you know what? I think I will change that to Haitian Creole.
That would be Ori's cultural origin / language, correct?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
that's
So
what
yeah,
I'm doing.
excellent. So that's you were busy making phone calls, which I'm gonna say that's stuff that you could have been doing while resting, making phone calls. You weren't actually doing anything.
And I was
physically exerted.
watching ethnic TV like telenovelas and cable TV shows with the Haitian Creole, like with how you have the subtitles turned on in English.
Yeah.
That's how I learned.
Exactly.
I got really good at the languages just doing that.
Hooked on phonics worked for me. There's a fucking 80s throwback, right?
Yeah, so,
Remember that shit?
that
Hooked
would
on
be
phonics.
that would be what I did with my time, and also, no, yeah, I didn't have enough money to put into anything else. Unfortunately, it was just raising that one level for my role.
Okay.
And
Cool.
the rest I'm
So
saving.
let's go ahead and pan the camera over here to Lovelace, who is up here in Northern Little Europe. And what has Lovelace been doing this week? You specifically had a job to do at Battle of the Bands, and I presume you're reporting in?
Yes, yeah, it's not the best news. It didn't go quite as planned, but we know about what happened with Rampant Threshold, that there was a breach.
So you send that email in reply, and this time you actually get a phone call.
I gulp and answer the phone.
This is Herr Volker. You have a report to give?
Yes. I didn't get to check as many as I intended. There were a lot of things happened, but I did discover there had already been a breach in the Rampant Threshold section of the Ark.
Where were the breaches? Rampant Threshold? Was that the only breach?
That's the only breach I'm aware of.
Okay. You did not look at any of the others?
No, like I said, there was a solo battle. There was, people telling us to get out. It was
I'm
a
gonna
whole
retcon.
thing.
Oh, right. It was Frizz who discovered the breach. You didn't discover the breach in Ronin. Thank you.
I didn't think Frizz would have told me.
No, that didn't happen. Okay, but you found the breach. That is good news. Well, it is not good news, but it is good to know.
Yes.
I have another assignment for you.
Oh, already? Okay.
We need any and all data that was taken.
Okay.
It must be recovered. Volca Industries will pay you 10,000 eddies for the return of all the data.
Blaze just mouths away from the phone like, oh my god. And then says, yes, of course, sir, I'll get right on that.
All right. So you have a gig.
I have a
10,000
big
eddies.
gig.
And Yam is with us now. Good timing. Welcome, Yam Spurts.
Howdy.
Good to talk
Hey,
to you again.
hey.
Sorry, Discord did this thing where it just spun for 20 minutes, so.
Oh, no. Well, you're
It's
here
fine,
now,
but-
and just in time to catch up on the end of downtime. So this was the month, or this is the week that rent was due. And of course, Yam Spurts being an exec, he has this cushy little or you're not in the executive zone, but you do have an apartment paid for by your company in South Night City. You're still a building company, obviously, so you don't exactly have executive zone privileges yet, do you? I think where do you get that? I think it's like level 8 or 9.
I believe it's
freaking
8.
McMansion or some shit. Anyway, so you don't have to pay rent, but you do have to figure out your food expenses for the month, and you do have a team to manage. So what are you doing during this week after the job that was Battle of the Bands? And as soon as you do that, we're going to be getting really close to our break time, and I think you have a little ad for us.
I think
Yes?
I do.
Okay. So in that regards, let's get to it. Let's start with just your food for the month. What do you know if you are going to be are you going ritzy, or are you going 1,500 eddies for the month for fresh food? Or are you dumbing it down a little bit, going all the way to the base kibble? How does Yam Spurts eat?
The vending machines in my building.
So that would be
Well,
pre-pack.
Generic pre-pack.
Yes.
Generic pre-pack. So 300 eddies a month.
Absolutely.
So go ahead and deduct 300 eddies for this month. And then this is also the opportunity to spend IP if you wanted to do any ranking up of skills or your role. And then if you have any stuff that you need to accomplish for your daily grind in Night City between Edge Runner jobs.
Honestly, I probably would have treated Limbo and Frizz to a couple nice meals throughout the week, just for the way everything went down at the Battle of the Bands. They held their own. They did a great job, and I'm very supportive of my team, even when they don't do what I need them to.
If you want to take them out for a really nice meal, that's going to be 50 eddies a piece. So it's 100 for each of them, or 100 for both of them.
Yeah. No expense is too much for my team.
All right, you gain a loyalty point in each of them. Let me add those. All right, Frizz, where's her loyalty at? Her loyalty is now at 2.
By the way, Yam, Bailey is seems to be in the chat. Seems to be somewhat enamored of you. I just thought I'd let you know.
Yeah, no, it's just because she keeps confusing him for her boyfriend Joe. They just have the same name.
Hey, you've never seen both of us in the same room, so
that is true. I have not. All right, so both Limbo and Frizz's loyalty go up to 2.
Excellent.
Anything else that you're trying to accomplish during this week?
I would ask Limbo and Frizz to just get me a list of any equipment or items that they might think they need for any upcoming trips.
Oh, well, one of the things was you were supposedly taking Limbo's gun to get fixed / cleaned, and that was going to be, in order to get a professional to really just like tune that gun up, it's going to be 100 eddies. But it's going to come out as, let's see, what did he have before? He had a pour. It's going to come out as a normal instead of a pour heavy pistol.
Okay,
or medium pistol,
excellent.
Excuse me, medium pistol.
How does Frizz? You know what? If I'm doing Limbo, we're gonna do Frizz at the same time. I got the scratch. Let's make sure everyone's on the same level. I don't want to be playing favorites.
Okay. So and doing this will also give both of them a as I said before, a standard instead of a pour, and will also give them both 2 each loyalty points. So yeah, you're taking care of your team. And let me actually grab the right fucking item.
Yeah,
And-
Yam is one of the people that Mr. Nobody calls for a job.
Got it.
Like to
Hey,
join the
alright.
team, sir.
It went to voicemail. Nobody. I'll get to it after my work day.
Oh, everybody's sending me the voicemail.
Everybody's
Hey,
just leaving him on
listen,
red.
I saw it vibrate. I didn't even look to see who it was. I was in the middle of a media advertisement meeting.
Not you also not looking at the phone. Butterfly did the same thing.
Honestly, on our break, I probably would have looked and been like, "Who the hell's fucking Nobody?" and then just not responded until the end of the day.
I'm so dejected.
So so Limbo and Frizz's loyalties are both at 3 now, and they have slightly better pistols as soon as I add I'm adding Frizz's pistol right now. All right. So, but it was 100 eddies for each of those.
Yep, I got it.
But the good news is they are no longer poor quality. And cool. And that being said, let's go ahead and we're going to get ready to go on our 10-minute break, ladies and gentlemen. We're hitting the 8 o'clock hour right now. So, Yam Spurts, we have a fun little ad. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a real ad. Sputter Media and CyberKnights have picked up a corporate sponsor. And Yam Spurts is going to do our ad for our sponsor.
And
Absolutely.
and he was totally prepared for that.
He should have been. We talked about it for the last 3 days.
Sorry. There was a malfunction with the hose at work, so I'm still in half. I'm fully drenched, but half clothed. Give me 10 seconds.
Oh man!
Now
Yeah,
you're really going to send the chat into a fervor. Not fully clothed. Oh my god.
Oh man! Imagine Yam spurting. I mean.
Oh.
5'2",
that was a
hair from
Freudian
head to
slip.
toe.
Yeah, 5'2", furry. Oh my god, watch out.
All right, excellent. So, yes, I have an ad here. Limbo's got the recording device set all up for us. Let me just text the mic a little bit. Everything seems to be working. Cool, excellent, great. Reading my note. What can I legally say? What can I legally not say? Excellent. And we're going to fix this in post, Limbo, right? This is live.
of course.
Oh,
Totally,
excellent.
dude.
Yeah,
Totally.
we're live right now. We are live right now.
We are live. Oh.
Yeah.
Limbo, we were supposed to record this before the session.
Nope. You didn't tell me to record. I was supposed to be recording.
All right, excellent, folks. Do you like to be energized? Do you like feeling like you can move a horse or bus or just throw a friendly choom across the room? Well, we have a product for you today. No, it's not the infamous Purple Nurple, but we'll get to that in a little bit. We've got our wonderful friends at Dubby Energy. This is a jitterless energy drink. Comes in powder form. You mix, you match. It's the energy from the future. So it's what we drink out here in Night City. And I will tell you, I pulled the plug. I got some samples in, and the Beach Peach is delicious. I did not feel any more jittery than I normally do, and normally I'm super jittery. So when I drink those energy drinks, I'm like a hummingbird. And today I was like a slow-moving hummingbird on that Dubby. So Dubby.gg, check them out. They've got an interesting array of flavors. They have a sample pack. It comes with a shaker, 2 random flavors for you to try. And while you're on the site, go ahead and drop the promo code Purple Nurple and get 10% off. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, 10% off, and then I am actually going to shit. Hold on, I'm getting feedback.
Yeah, so drop that promo code before you check out Purple Nurple. That is PURPLE space NUPRLE. Purple Nurple.
Oh, apparently it won't let me post the link. It's deleted. The link is deleted. I just copy and pasted the link, but apparently Twitch doesn't like that. But we will be able to add the link to our YouTube. We'll put it in the notes on YouTube.
Yeah. By the way, for the people watching, that was a real ad. That's our newest sponsor, which is Dubby is our newest sponsor, and they make a great energy drink. And thank goodness Yam is our dedicated salesperson, because I couldn't do anywhere near as good a job as he did. Fantastic. Good job,
Mark, can you try and see if the link will post if it's posted from Sputter? You're logged in as Sputter right now, right?
Yes, I am. Let me see.
Just copy and paste it from the Sputter Media channel in Discord. It's literally the last post, and see if the link will actually come in if you're doing it from our.
I just got the link to work.
All I see is 3 stars.
Oh,
I see
never
3
mind.
asterisks.
Let me see if it works for me. There.
It does. Okay. So it does. Okay. So it does work if we are posting the link from Sputter Media. Good to know. We worked that little bitty out. And also use the if you use the link and the promo code Purple Nurple, there is a space between the words Purple and Nurple, and you will get 10% off your order. And Joe is promoting the Beach Peach. I like the Beach Peach, but I also really like the Fruit Punch. And I haven't tried it yet, but I did order. They have a hydration formula that's caffeine free, and I have not tried it yet, but it's a strawberry kiwi.
Yeah, they sent me the dragon berry lemonade, and I shook it, and then someone thought it'd be funny to kick it out of my hand because they didn't know it was full of beverage. So I was wearing that today wearing that as well today.
Aww.
I've just been wet since like 12 o'clock. Just Jens Purchase has been wet all day.
That's what she said.
Would you say that Dubby gets you wet?
Definitely got me wet. Got me there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So
that was
now
in the script, was it?
I don't think it was, but
Sorry,
it does
did I
sound like
just
a Limbo
ruin
mistake.
something?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for taking a moment for listening to our little capitalism plug, trying to monetize our little show here. We thank you all for being a part of this, and we are going to go on break. It is 8:05 by my clock, so we will be back at 8:15. Mark, go ahead and sign us off.
Later, people. And we're back. Hey, guys. Woohoo! How you doing?
Yeah. Welcome back to part 2 of episode 5 of CyberKnights. Hopefully it's not too boring since it was all downtime the first half.
Who keeps going into the ocean? Somebody keeps going into the ocean.
Yeah, it wasn't me. I ain't touching it. I'm not even on that map right now.
Yeah.
I completely am blameless once again.
It's Yam. That's it. Yam keeps wanting to jump into the ocean. That's what it is.
Again? Oh, I thought we solved that.
I didn't know. You know, well, that delicious foul water. You know, once you get a taste of it.
For legal reasons, I can't comment.
Alrighty. So that being said, getting back into our game, you guys all had some time to recover from a very, very exciting Battle of the Bands. It's a few days later. Some of you have healed. Some of you have made some eddies. Some of you have spent some eddies. But now, you know, it's time. It's time to do a job again. You guys are feeling the Edge Runner itch. So let me ask Mr. Nobody. You were starting to set up. You said you wanted to start setting up some calls. So let's start with you. Where would you begin, based on events that transpired before? Where would you begin to progress things now?
I would definitely want to set up a meet and greet with the lovely Weasel at the police station. See what's going on with him, and see if we can get some information about the data that was stolen and where it went to. And we've already lost some time because of healing and flirting and being utterly rejected. But so we want to make up for that lost time and see if we can drag some information. And I'm going to give Lovelace a call and see if she wants to help me out and and of course I need a ride because I'm going to give Caltrop a call to see if he can give me a ride.
All right, well, let's do one thing at a time.
So I'm basically
who you calling first?
Well, I'm gonna try and set it up with the police station to have some quality time with Weasel.
Okay, so that's gonna be where we have to kind of figure out how you're gonna do that. How are you? Because you're not a cop. You can't just get into an interrogation room.
I know a cop.
With a suspect.
I know a cop.
Oh, you met a cop.
You know what? I'm going to give Legion a call, and I'm going.
Legion is not in this episode.
But you know what?
Legion.
I'm still going to give him a call, and say, "Hey, buddy, you know what? I was wondering if you might be able to pull some strings and get me in to see that Weasel guy." And
that the response you get is that is way above my pay grade, sir.
Oh man. Fine. So I mean the thing is, you know what I'm going to do is, so here's the deal, okay? As soon as I feel healed, I'm also going to edit the brain dance with the footage of Shank getting arrested, and I'm going to write.
So you want to put a story together?
Basically putting a story together, yeah.
All right, so let's talk about putting a story together. Putting a story together involves some time, effort, and other funness on your part. So first, we need for me to be on the right freaking rollability. Pardon the dead air while I'm scrolling.
It's okay.
That's where the fuck? There's media. Found it. Okay, what is your current media rank?
2.
All right. So right now you have access to a local honcho, a gang lord, or local neighborhood leadership to get sources and information. Your audience is still only your immediate neighborhood, so you're still only broadcasting in the university district. And your base believability, you have a 2 out of 10 chance that the audience buys it. If your audience buys your story, then the change that you can create by a story or scoop is small, incremental. Small-time bad guys are scared and may change their ways of life. You can increase the chance that your audience buys it by adding pieces of verifiable evidence. If you add 1 piece of verifiable evidence, then the chance that your audience will believe it is 1 higher. So it would go to 3 out of 10. If you have 4 distinct verifiable pieces of hard evidence, your audience will believe it is, the chance your audience will believe it is 2 higher. These 2 bonuses can stack with each other. So you can basically give yourself a 50-50 chance if you can add 4 pieces of verifiable evidence to your story.
Well, I have like 4 or 5 interviews plus the actual footage of him being led into the cage.
All right. So the actual footage of him being let in the cage is definitely one piece of evidence. So we will count that for sure. And then what are your other three? Let's name the actual verifiable pieces of evidence that you are including in your story.
I'm going to.
Before you put it out.
I'm basically going to take photos of the wounds that he left in my six-pack abs.
Okay, I'll count evidence of the damage that he did to a victim as another piece of verifiable evidence. That's two.
And then I'm also going to put all of the interviews in as another piece of evidence. As
all of the interviews,
except for the one with Yam, that didn't really go well.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. I want you to name which interviews are you putting in.
Yeah, definitely Yam. Definitely Yam and Lovelace and Sulla.
I thought you said you didn't want to add Yam.
I mean, Lovelace, Sulla, and who else was there? Legion.
Okay, I am going to count the interviews as one piece of verifiable evidence altogether.
Mm-hmm.
So you have three. You need to get one more to hit that 50%.
I managed to
remember, you do have access to other sources, so you could try and reach out to somebody. Like I said, you can reach out to a local honcho gang lord or local neighborhood leadership in the university district. Which the university district is close to Lake Park, which is where the Battle of the Bands was. I will allow Lake Park to be kind of in your local for this purpose.
Okay, I will reach out to a local head honcho. I will say to I will reach out to the managers of the venue to see if they have any footage that was recorded, any security footage.
During that call, the footage was disabled by the EMP. They tell you thankfully the NetArc and voting system for Battle of the Bands was shielded and was saved by the EMP. You get a whole bunch of really good information, not just an interview, but they also insist that if they're going to give you this information, that the story be written in such a way that doesn't paint the venue as being an unsafe place to be. That is the agreement that this will give you your fourth piece.
Yes.
But they really want the venue to look absolutely blameless, that this was, nothing they could have done to prevent, and that people should still go out and check out concerts, even though Night City is kind of dangerous.
Yeah, I will definitely do that. I will basically say that these unscrupulous cyber psychos were able to, through extreme effort and villainy, were able to, burst in through these incredibly fortified defenses, so that no matter how safe we thought we were, these guys were determined to cause a nuisance. And but fortunately, they were taken down quickly with all of the resources available at for the venue that the venue put into play.
Excellent. So, go ahead and just one last thing before you do your credibility roll. I want you to just briefly paragraph, what is the story? What are you trying to sell? What is the story overall that you are putting out there? And what kind of change are you trying to affect with it?
I'll say incredible Battle of the Bands concert goes on despite despicable attack by the Cyber Psycho twins. You know, and I'll go in detail how these guys tried to attack the stage, but everybody pulled together between the security and the NCPD and some really heroic, you know, attendees. We were able to get one of them locked up and contain the situation. And then, you know, the capper of the story will be, or the picture in the story will be a picture of Shrek in the cage. I know his name is Shank. Yes, I know.
Yeah, I know. You're doing your malapropism thing. We got you. Yet you always yell at me when I say loveless.
So that would be the gist of it, basically. That you know, that the party went on. The party would not die, despite.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Despite the best attempts by these asshole Cyber Psycho twins.
Fan-fucking-tastic. So you're going to give me a credibility roll, and this is the one role in the game that our Talsorian game specifically said you cannot use luck on. Very specifically, are not allowed to use luck on credibility rolls, but you put enough verifiable evidence into your story that, oh wait, before you roll, I still need to know, what change are you trying to affect? And you are able to make a small incremental change. I would say, well, I don't want to say what I was going to say because I already have an idea of what's going to happen regardless of your roll. But anyway, what is the change you're trying to affect?
Basically trying to get it out there a little bit about the crew, kind of like getting a name for ourselves. So with it, that we're the crew that took down, you know, Shank, and basically give a little blurb about Sulla or Butterfly, you know, basically healing her broken leg in the middle of a battle. You know, Lovelace, you basically kicking ass. And then, you know, I was able to get in there and, you know, intimidate him with my, you know, words of kindness and, you know, basically just antagonizing. And
fantastic.
Then basically just pumping up the crew.
I love it, and I kind of figured already that was part of the element, so I'm glad that really fits into what I was already thinking. But I wanted to hear it from you, what your change was, what you wanted. So this is where you're going to make your credibility roll. It is going to be a straight D10. Because you got 4 verifiable pieces of evidence and added to your base 2, you now have a 50-50 chance. So you're going to roll a D10, and on a 5 or lower, your audience believes your story.
A 5 or lower or 5 or higher?
5 or lower.
Ooh, okay. All right. I'm
just a straight D10, 5 or lower, your audience buys the story.
I'm going to send a message to Butterfly basically saying, wish me luck. I hope you get this message. And it goes to voicemail. So anyway, that's okay. Here we go. You ready? All right. I can't add anything.
Nope. In fact, adding luck would actually hurt you in this case.
Probably. Yeah, really.
Oh, wait a minute. What? Oh, no. I didn't want you to roll credibility. I just wanted you to give me a straight D10 roll.
Oh, okay. All right. So
reroll that. That didn't count. We are deleting that. That goes bye-bye. Never happened.
Here we go. D10.
Just give me a straight D10 roll. Yep. 5 or lower. That is a 7. Your audience does not buy the story. Unfortunately, nobody's reputations were improved by the story, and that's what I was going to do. I was going to give everybody involved in the story +1 to their reputation, but you failed. Your story is still not believable. However, you will have the opportunity to make more stories in the future, and everybody who you mentioned in the story, so that includes Butterfly, Caltrop, Lovelace, and Legion, they all get alerts on their agents because you guys have your agents are literally holographic, semi artificial intelligent personal assistants, and so each of you gets an alert from your agent that your name popped up in some obscure stream sheet in the university district. It wasn't a very well done story, apparently.
That's okay. I can live with my failures because I know it makes me a better person. I'm going to go cry in the bathroom now. Thank you very much.
But everybody gets an alert. Those people get alerts on their agents. Yam, you do not get an alert on your agent unless you had something on your agent set up to give you alerts about Battle of the Bands, because nobody did not include you specifically in the story, he said. So would you have had something set up about Battle of the Bands?
Battle of the Bands,
Alerts.
Purple Nurple. I would have actually especially set up an alert to see if Mr. Nobody himself posted anything. And then after seeing his ad, I would immediately call him.
Okay. So yes. So the story is published. Your agent caught on to several keywords that were in the story, regardless of whether or not it boosted your reputation any or not. But yeah, you get a call, Mr. Nobody, from a Mr. Yam Spurts on your agent. Somebody's finally calling Nobody back. But
Okay, that was a long setup, but we got it. Yeah, I'm here. Hello.
Yeah, you couldn't do anything about my product? So you set this whole ordeal up, you bring in your cyber psycho friends, a great marketing opportunity, and you just miss my product?
Well, you know what? It was, judging by the success of the piece, it's probably better for your product that it wasn't mentioned in it. But it's okay. You know what? My next article will be a full-on fluff piece all about the wonders of Purple Nurple.
Excellent. I'm going to put you directly in contact with my associate Limbo for that. He knows the media stuff. I don't do that.
Actually, can I talk to the other assistant, Frizz? She seemed a little bit more with it.
Frizz, my answer to that question for Yamspurts is Frizz is on a special assignment, and Yamspurts, you already know what that assignment is.
I'm sorry. Frizz stays busy because of how competent she is. So you're not going to be able to do that.
Okay.
Any contact with Frizz will have to go through me, please.
Fine. All right. Well, yeah, I'll talk to your guy. Sure. Send him over whenever. I'm at Ori's bars most days.
I'll send him your contact info. But while I have you, that Weasel fellow that was at the band, Battle of the Bands. What were you doing with him?
He had skipped bail, so we were basically bringing him in. So, kind of doing a little bail bonds action, making little spare eddies, and just so happened he was in the middle of some naughty business.
Yeah, you might want to let your team know that they left the trace that they were there, and luckily my team came in behind you and did some work with that. But I need to talk to this Weasel fellow. Do you got it in?
Yeah, I do. Sure. Yeah, everybody knows me. I can get you in there, no problem.
You're gonna have to make a persuasion check on that one.
You mean a bullshit check?
Yep. And human perception from Yam Spurts.
Okay, persuasion.
I'm using a luck
I'm definitely spending 2 luck on this.
Oh, damn!
baby!
Mr. Nobody gets 10 IP for that critical success, and Mr. Nobody's bullshit is on point.
All right. If you got it in, I've got some questions. Let me know when and where we're meeting.
Yeah, you want me to deal with your limbo guy, or do you want me to just give you a call when I get?
Nah. When you get time for the fluff piece, I'll put you in touch with Limbo. I will send you the fact sheet I would like you to use. This is a little something on the side for something else.
Okay, little something. So how much are you paying for fluff pieces these days?
How good of a piece you putting out?
Well, I'm sure it's going to be top notch. I mean, if it was, yes, I believe Epic Sackman. It's in the abs. Yes, thank you. Finally, it's sinking in that it's all about the abs. Yeah, you know what? It will be a magnificent piece. Probably far out. Surpassing the quality that you're used to, but it's okay. I mean, you know, I'll try to be, you know, modest here, but you know, I'm sure you'll appreciate the quality.
Excellent. I gotta move some funds around to make sure we have a budget for this somewhere. It's just I've never had anyone to do this before, so I haven't used any of it. So. What's your price range? What is this? I don't know. What does a fluff piece cost? Like $20, 20 eddies? What's going on?
200 eddies should do it.
200 eddies. Oh,
I think.
Yeah.
I mean, the audience is suggesting that nobody charged 500, but all I'm doing is reading the chat. You know.
Yeah, they obviously don't
hey.
live in Vegas with me. Vegas, you don't get anything.
Pick a side here, chat. Come on. If you want these spurts, you better behave.
I'm a cheap fluffer. Yes. Nagatsu's got it right. I'm not a cheap fluffer. I come at a price, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I can work from 200 to 500 depending on the results, but I will minimum.
Ooh,
200.
he's pinning on results. He's pinning it on results.
Okay.
Look at that.
Depending on the roll, I could get either 200 or 500. Okay, you got it. That sounds fair enough.
Fair enough. All right.
All right, now I'm gonna get that appointment for you at the police station. I'll pull a few strings.
Strings that you absolutely know for a fact you don't have, but I'm keeping your same bullshit roll.
Yep. And this time I'm going to talk to Ori and say, you know, Ori, I need a favor. I tried to do this on my own and I messed up, but I really need to get in to see this Weasel guy at the police station. Any chance you know somebody can help me out?
I don't really deal with cops, dog. You're gonna have to find your own way.
Oh man. Okay, fine. I'm just gonna go in person to the police station and just try to charm my way in, and then hopefully be able to do well enough to make a return trip.
Well, I did. That was one of the things. There were other results of you putting that because you put Legion's name in the article, right? When you called him up for comment and asked to just get an in with Weasel, he said that was definitely above his pay grade. But now his unit is featured in the story, and he is going to be contacting you. But I would really like to resolve the contact with other players. How they are reacting to the story, and we just lost Caltrop. He's still in he's still in the VTT, but I don't see him in.
No,
I think he
did
said he'd
say
have
he
to get going.
unfortunately- Yeah, he said he'd have to unfortunately leave early.
Oh, he had to leave early. Okay, well that's unfortunate, but we will get to his reaction next week. But first, I want to get into Butterfly and Lovelace. You guys were both you got alerts for a not too well done story about what happened with you guys and your agents, because your names were featured in the article. It still came across your purview, even though you don't specifically live in the university district. You would be set up for alerts that like your agent would just automatically know, oh shit, my boss was mentioned in a news article, I should bring this up to him, to them. So that's kind of what's happening with your agents right now. Let's go with Butterfly first, especially since nobody was blowing up your phone. The last message was, I hope you see this, I hope you like this. And then you get an alert on your agent about this really poorly done story that you were featured in.
It's just being run through the ringer. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I feel like she saw the message that hope she sees this, and she ignored that to focus on work, and then gets the ping of the video, and she kind of winces at it and like rubs at one of her arms nervously because she doesn't really want attention like that. And it was done poorly, and she just closes it and kind of rolls her eyes like, well, thank goodness that job's done. And actually feeling a little concerned an afterthought of it, and being reminded that that girl had been hurt. And honestly, she was gonna shoot like a vague check-in with Mr. Nobody until she saw the video and was like, yeah, never mind about that guy. But she's gonna try to see if she can't find a way to track the girl. Maybe find out where she is, so she can check to see if she ever made it back safely, if she's all right.
Well, you actually never really identified who that was.
Yeah, so she wants to look into any information about the Battle of Bands news to see if maybe some kind of detailed information about that girl leaked through in that information.
Well, the only person that you know who had their hands in that information is Lovelace. That's the only person that you know that had their hands in that information. And of course, the violent nature of her interaction with the NetArc, maybe she wasn't able to talk too much that night, but maybe you want to call her, ask some questions, get some things figured out.
Yeah. So she'll do that. She'll shoot a message to Lovelace just asking, hey, there was a girl that was running away from those psychos that we ran into at the Battle of Bands, and I think we definitely didn't get both of them, and so I was wondering if perhaps you had any information on her so I could check in on her, make sure she made it home safe.
All right, Lovelace, you get a new message on your agent from Butterfly. Whether you've checked it yet or not, you also have just read the article that Mr. Nobody came out and know that Butterfly was also mentioned in it. So maybe this is her contacting you like, did you see what he fucking wrote about us? I don't know. But you have the alert from your agent about the article, and you have an alert on your agent about a message from Butterfly.
Out of character, what does Lovelace know about that? I didn't think she got that information in the NetArc.
You did not get any information from that NetArc. No, you didn't. You didn't.
Okay.
But you do know somebody went in after you. Pieces can or will come together one way or another. You do know that somebody went in after you. You do know that Weasel got away with something. So there is a chance that that information is with Weasel.
Okay.
So that would be what you know before you have a conversation with Butterfly.
Okay, I would text her back that I don't know too much about the girl, but I think I have a lead on someone who might. I've got to give nobody a call and get a few things set up.
Oh.
Yeah, like how to hurt me even more.
Do
Butterfly.
you really want to hurt nobody? Do you really want to make him cry?
In response to this, all Lovelace sees is right. Thanks.
Okay.
And I think Butterfly is going to try to reach out to the lawman, where Weasel was taken, because like she would know at least that that he was where he was taken, right? Since she was there.
When you contact Legion, you get and I'm sorry, Nagatsu. I know you'd love to have input about what Legion would say because I know you're still following along, but I have reasons. You get an automated response from his agent that is kind of like the standard. I'm in the middle of something, working on an NCPD case. I can't get to my agent right now. I will respond to you at my earliest convenience, kind of thing.
She'll leave a message then and say, I need to talk to Weasel. He might have information on someone that was injured at the Battle of the Bands, and I need to do a check-in with them. But he's the only lead I have to finding out where they might be.
All right, that message was sent and left with Legion's agents.
Okay.
So that is what Butterfly did, and Lovelace, you got the convo with Butterfly. You also saw Nobody's article. How are you piecing all of this together? What are you doing at this point?
So I'm mostly interested in finding Weasel, and I'll probably give Nobody a call about, setting up something to go to the police station and interrogate Weasel.
Hey, Nobody, you finally get a call back, and it's an actual call, not just a message on your agent.
Okay. Hey, how you doing, Lovelace? Great article. I hope you liked it.
Somebody's picking up immediately. He's like, everybody's been ghosting me. I'm picking up this call right away.
I hope you like the article. It seems to have gone over very well. Yeah.
Give me a persuasion. Give me a persuasion. No. Don't give me a persuasion check. I want an acting check from Nobody. Is he able to keep this up? I want an acting check from Nobody.
Okay.
And see if you can keep the swagger up.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Let me see. Hang on a second. Here we go. I'm spending 2 more luck.
You do get a human persuasion check on this, Lovelace. You can spend luck on it if you wish as well.
It's
And we are definitely getting near to the use it or lose it point of the session.
I literally haven't rolled yet this session.
But Nobody gets 10 more IP for that amazing freaking pre-roll right there. Yeah, his bullshit is on point tonight.
He did the smooth talker.
Lovelace, you genuinely believe that Nobody thinks that it was amazing, that article. You may have different opinions.
Oh, I'm so happy you think it went well.
Yeah, I'm like the sad puppy that you don't want to kick when it's down.
Just I'm happy for you, man. Everybody's got to start somewhere.
Gee, thanks.
Anyway.
The chat is encouraging you to kick. Kick away.
Anyways, when were you thinking about going down to the station? Have you heard anything about that?
Well, I tried calling the Legion, the cop that was there on site, but apparently he's fairly useless when it comes to having any pull down there. I was thinking of going down myself personally and kind of making a plea, and I don't know. I seem to be more persuasive one-on-one or in person, and maybe if I had somebody amazing like you backing me up, I would be all right. All right. You know what? Now the chat is just telling you to finish me. Finish him.
So much.
Oh, good.
I love it.
So my puppy eyes are in full effect right now. So,
She just can't break his heart, and she says I didn't need the flattery. I have some interest in talking to that weasel, so I think we should pair up. Maybe get some other people involved.
yeah. Well, I was going to give Caltrop a call, but he had some urgent business back at the Aldecala camp. So we're gonna have to figure out a way to get over there on our own. How far is the police station from us, by the way?
Well, here's what I'm gonna say is you're trying to gather your crew and figure out a job right now, and odds are the very beginning of episode 6 is going to be in Ori's bar planning how you accomplish this next bit, and we will probably have Caltrop by then at the beginning of next session.
Okay. Good.
So yeah, so you are gathering your crew for a new meeting to discuss another edge running job of some kind.
Yeah, I don't know.
is
I don't
what's
know.
happening
I don't
here.
know if I'm altogether comfortable with the term "my crew."
The crew.
I think
the crew. You're
the crew-
gathering the CyberKnights together.
The crew that I am the mascot of.
Well, it's a tie. I want to say it's a tie between you and Purple Nurple, who is
This
the
is
mascot
true.
of CyberKnights.
This is true. Yes.
It's a one of these days we're gonna have to do a vote like the turd sandwich and the giant douche. It's gonna be nobody's abs versus Purple Nurple.
Oh my gosh, that my I don't think my ego could take any more today. Yes, Nagatsu, my abs are obviously too much. Very funny. So
Alrighty.
yeah.
So you guys so you and Lovelace have made a connection. You are interested in bringing Caltrop, who is an excellent wheelman, and so he can be part of that meeting that you are setting up for. I presume you are going to try and meet the crew at Ori's, right?
Yeah, we got a plan of action.
Yeah, yep. So I think the only people that you still need to clue in to this would be Butterfly and Yam.
But by the way, yeah, it's a new candidate for mascot has been offered. It was Butterfly's
Space Buns.
Space Buns.
Oh my goodness.
We're gonna call them the Wings.
Oh, she's got her Princess Leia action. I love it.
All right. Oh, they were talking about I was thinking buns in a very different sense. We're talking about the Princess Leia
Yeah, the Princess
hairdo.
Leia buns.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Wow.
Get
I
your
went a
mind
different
out of the
direction with
gutter.
that.
Get your mind out of the gutter. Terrible.
Goodness.
So, are you going to make contact with Butterfly and or Yamspurts to set up involvement in this potential job
Well,
of some kind?
I don't. Yeah, you know what? I'll call Yamspurts first because I don't think Butterfly's in the mood to answer my calls for quite some time. So I may actually
All
have,
right.
I may actually have Yam call Butterfly.
All right. Well, Yam, you get a ring back from Mr. Nobody. You just talked to him about the fluff piece thing. You made a deal with the fluff piece thing, but he's calling you back.
So yeah,
Not-
basically we're gonna meet over at Ori's bar. We're gonna do a plan of action. We're gonna be heading over to the police station and going to talk to some of my contacts directly one-on-one. You figure that's the best approach. And we'd like
I'm gonna
to
need
have
you to give
uh,
you. I need a persuasion check again. You have not set up any contacts. You are bullshitting. I'm gonna call it. If you're bullshitting, I'm gonna call it. Give me a. I mean, you've been amazing, but this is persuasion, not action.
Two more luck.
Okay. Dude, what the shit with your crits tonight?
Woohoo!
Yam Spurts, you are allowed to make a human persuasion check against this. Take 10 IP, nobody.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, you believe that he has actual contacts that do not yet exist. Dude, I love this. I'm gonna have so much fun with this. So much.
So not to seem desperate, I let the phone ring a couple times before answering nobody and acting like I was a little busy. Yeah. You said you're setting things up. Excellent. When where are we meeting?
Yeah, we're going to be meeting at the at the front of the police station. And actually, we're
meeting at Ori's?
Yeah, we're meeting at Ori's bar. I'll shoot you the deets, and I send him the Google Maps link.
Where the hell is Ori's bar?
No. It's not Google Maps. It's Goggle.
Goggle. Okay.
It's legal. It's legally distinct from Google.
Yes, of course. The
Yeah,
Goggle
you drop a Goggle Maps pin.
Yes, I drop a Goggle Maps pin on his agent, and so he has directions. And so yeah, we'll be meeting there tomorrow. So and you can leave the rest of your crew behind, except maybe Frizz, if she's available.
Okay. So to be clear, at rank 7, which I am, I do have a Beaverville house in the executive zone.
Oh, you are in the exec zone. Okay, I wasn't
Yes.
sure if you were in the exec zone or not. So yeah, you're in a Beaverville house in the exec zone. So you basically you live in what would be a normal single family home, which is very rare and expensive in this economy.
Excellent.
So yeah, you could potentially host at your place if you wanted to, but that would also involve getting day passes for the people who are visiting you.
And plus,
They
we
can't
would
get
all
in
know
the
where you
executive
we would all
zone.
know where you live.
That is true. But it's
well,
not easy for you.
I'm not going to Pacifico. I'm an exec, so I'm gonna tell nobody. How about I host at my house, nice and safe in the executive zone.
And
Okay.
interestingly enough, I do have a map for that. Thank you, CyberMaps. We haven't used any of CyberMaps maps tonight, so I didn't have to throw the plug out. But the map that I will be using for Yamspurt's home is definitely from CyberMaps on Patreon, so check them out. This is a preemptive plug.
So if Yam is in the old combat zone, is that where his house is, or is that where his lab is?
No. His business is in the old combat zone, is in South Night City combat zone.
Where's
his home is in the executive zone.
Okay, so I'm gonna move him over to the executive zone.
Go for it.
Thank you.
Yes.
But his business is in South Night City, where the actual corporate building that is being leased by Aquavite, that building is in South Night City.
So I'll make sure to dress appropriately.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to make
So-
sure. Yeah.
Excellent. I'll need the contact information for the rest of your team, so I can send them the information.
Okay, I shoot him the deets. Oh, and by the way, can you do me a favor? can you reach out to Butterfly and let her know where the meeting is going to happen, and just to kind of invite her for me, because
Wait, listen, hold on, nobody. I'm gonna stop you right there, buddy. All right, I saw your piece. You got talent. All right, it's a little raw, it's a little rough. I think with the right environment and the right colleagues, we could really make you a star. Let me be in charge. I'll get everyone where they're supposed to be. You just worry about the writing, the camera angles, the sounds. Phew, magnifique. You need a thesaurus. All right. I got one at the house. I'll let you borrow it for a little bit, okay?
oh my
Need a
god.
thesaurus.
Okay.
Give me a education check, just straight education check, Mr. Nobody.
Okay. Sure. Okay, here we go. I am not going to add any luck to this, because I want to fail, actually. 2 1s! I got 2 1s!
Oh man, take 10 IP on that critical failure. And Mr. Nobody, and see, here's the thing. I set the DV at 13 for this, so you still just failed by 1. Well, technically 2, because you got to beat the DV. You needed a 14 or better.
Yeah.
But you think a thesaurus is a dinosaur. You think he's offering to loan you a dinosaur, and you need a dinosaur for your stories. And you are so confused.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that tracks. Too much. Oh my god.
All right. So, Yamsperts, you are now organizing a meet and greet at your home in the executive zone. One of the things you have to do is request day passes from the front gate and make arrangements with that. Not too difficult. You can literally just through your internal agent just send a list of names. These are the names of the people that I am authorizing to come visit me, and they will be allowed in with escort.
Excellent. I send the typical, very pleasant, polite, with the please and thank yous, and apologizing if I've gotten any names incorrect, since I don't always message down here, and I normally talk with Bethany.
Fantastic. And then presumably you're sending the deets also to Lovelace Butterfly, Caltrop, and am I forgetting anybody? Well, obviously you already sent the deets to nobody, so no, I'm not forgetting anybody.
Frizz and Limbo will be there. They'll get a separate message. I'm gonna send everyone a written message, bragging about their skills and what they did. It's very like copy and paste, say for someone like, hey, and you fix your leg, and hey, you were in the net arc, and hey, you have a car. Come to this meeting to discuss Eddie's blah blah blah. And then I will mention that we are discussing specifically actions in regards to the character Weasel, to make sure people don't think this is just some random message.
Fan-fucking-tastic. So
I'd also repeat this every day until I got a response from everybody.
Good to know.
Goodness.
All right. Well, curious how quickly Butterfly and Lovelace respond, but yeah, you guys get this message from Yamsperts detailing all the things he just said.
It would have also been CC'd, so you would have seen everyone else who got the message. So you all would have seen each other you would all know each of you got this message.
Fantastic. Good clarification.
Yeah.
I am very, very executive with this.
How does Butterfly and Lovelace respond to receiving this message from Yamsperts after everything that's happened?
Lovelace would probably put together that this had something to do with that call she just made to nobody, and that we're moving forward on that. So she would, RSVP yes, and get ready to attend the meeting.
All right. Lovelace RSVPs yes on day 1. What about Butterfly? You're getting another message, and this time again, it's nobody you know.
Yeah, no, she talked to Lovelace
but
about
the
Weasel,
information you know, yeah.
She was like, great. And then now she's getting this message from somebody she doesn't know about apparently everybody meeting at their place
Mm-hmm.
in
But
an
it's
exec
also in the
zone.
executive zone. Yeah.
Yeah. She kind of frowns at this. And she's going to check if she's gotten any word back from Legion about if she's going to be allowed to talk to Weasel before
There
she
has
was
been no
gone.
response from Legion yet. No.
More people.
This is the best lead you have in front of you at the moment.
She's just going to type back, whatever.
Whatever. Okay. So, Lovelace said RSVP is all proper like, and Butterfly says whatever.
Generic thank you email that's way too long and has one cute emoji at the end.
All right. And that is where we are going to end CyberKnights episode 5. Thank you everybody for participating. Let's get to our shout outs. I always like to turn the table over to Mark and do the shout outs because we had so much participating in the chat tonight. It was amazing. So Mark, you want to do our shout outs before we close out?
Sure. I'd like to start out with a shout out to my tattered ego. It is barely standing, but it survived. And once again, everybody in the chat was amazing. Heather, Nagatsu, Epic Sack Man, and we got some new folks, Norin and Masteretto. You guys are just amazing, and just thank you so much for keeping things hopping in there and keeping us just rolling with laughter. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna echo that real quick, just because obviously I don't have the free time to actively respond to the chats while I'm DMing. I'm doing too many things to actively respond, but I do have the stream up in front of me and I can see all of your responses. And I mean, sometimes you will hear me laugh randomly, and it's probably because I just read something one of y'all said, but I'm not interrupting the the story to say something about it. So in general, if y'all just hear me randomly laugh at something, it's probably because I just read something you typed. So we love you guys. You are the best part of Sputter Media. You are what is gonna make us become growing and successful. So again, just love you guys. And reminder, if you couldn't catch the whole thing live, if you had to dip out or anything, our episodes will be available on YouTube, usually within a day or two of broadcast. And then finally, once again, I want to remind you of our sponsor, W Energy, which is, if you go ahead and use the link that we sent in chat, then, or if you go to my Facebook page, follow me, I've got the link on there. So if you just find me, Dave Spaeth, or and most of you are already friends of mine anyway, or you were invited by a friend of mine, so they can direct you to that if you need to find the link. And then
I just put the link again in the chat.
Excellent. And of course, because it's CyberKnights, your coupon code is Purple Nurple for 10% off of any order with W Energy. And we've already had members of this team have tried this product. We love it. We're not just throwing some random product at you. We investigated it, and it legit is a good energy drink that leaves you jitterless because it's made with coffee fruit extract rather than coffee beans. And those were some of the little key notes that Yamspurs didn't quite get into his ad earlier. And that's the last thing I want to say to y'all. So thank you for, again, being the best part of Sputter Media and CyberKnights. Oh, one last plug. We are currently in production for a second show that will be airing Sunday nights at 8 p.m. called Dawn of Alderton. And that is going to be a fantasy show rather than a cyber tech show. So different genre, and our good Yam Spurts, Joe, is going to be the one DMing that one. So look forward to probably in the next month or so, looking for episode 1 of Dawn of Alderton. We will keep you posted when we get closer to an actual air date. Does anybody else have anything to add? I know y'all want to say something to the people. Say your goodbyes. I'm done.
It's always a pleasure to chat with you guys, and it's always nice to see you guys here joining us. We'll catch you guys next time, chat.
Yeah, thanks so much for being here. It's been a really fun session and really fun interacting with the chat. I hope everybody has a great week.
Oh, they love you, Sella. They love you too, Lovelace, but they also love Sella.
I get it.
Oh, he said I love you too, Emily.
There's a favorite, but she's my favorite too, so it's okay.
Well, you guys take care. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys next week. Awesome
Bye-bye.
show. Thank you. Bye.
Have a beautiful time.
Good night, everyone.
And we're done.
Awesome.